Dr. Jake May and the team at Menu RX want to get food advice, whether it's for dieting, just being in better shape, or just knowing what food works as fuel for your body. Menu RX, you work with scientists, nutritionists, doctors. These are professionals who have studied this. You know, a lot of things going on in our society right now. There's people who pretend to be experts who are just idiots on the internet. And then they develop a following and people take them seriously, which is insane if you think about it. At Menu RX, you're dealing with professionals. They studied this for a living. They continue to study it. They created a clinic. A lot of these guys, originally from Cleveland, created a clinic down in Louisiana where they're doing all this testing on food and how it works on the body and what foods work with different people based on your metabolism. So if you want a weight loss plan, if you want a health plan, if you just want to be, in better shape, what body will help, what food will help you in terms of your workout regimen. Menu RX has the answers. An individual plan, they'll work with your healthcare provider, they'll work with HSA and FSA spending accounts. And right now, if you sign up with any of their plans at menu-rx.com, they'll give you a 1-year membership to our show, the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, a $60 value, absolutely free. So go to menu-rx.com.
Thanks for that, Bull.
Yep.
Tyvis, I've been waiting for this one for you. Me and Earl were joking upstairs last week that Jeremiah Smith has a chance to be just a special receiver. That wasn't the joke. Then it got me thinking, with the uncertainty on the Browns receiver room, which G just alluded to, which Bull just alluded to, if you put the two receiver rooms side by side, Tyvis, is there any argument to be made that Ohio State may have a better wide receiver room than the Cleveland Browns right now? If you, Steve, want to take this graphic here, we'll show you the side by sides of who is in this receiver room for each side. But it's basically Jeremiah Smith versus Jerry Jeudy, then a bunch of guys who still have to prove themselves for the Buckeyes. But Tyvis, knowing how good you think Jeremiah Smith could be, could you make that case?
Yes.
Make it.
If you took those Ohio State wide receivers right now, put them in the NFL, are any of them special besides Jeremiah Smith?
Carnell Tate and Brandon Ennis are very talented wide receivers.
Are you sure they're going to be good in the NFL? There's a lot of guys who are good in college who are not good in the NFL.
I'm pretty sure they're going to be good.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
I mean, Deontay Johnson before last year was a good player.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think Carnell Tate will be better.
You think Smith is going to be an all-timer?
Yeah.
He's going to be there with Chase and Jefferson?
Yeah.
Okay.
This just goes.
Well, then I would take them.
Yeah.
Right now, the Browns got.
I don't know why you.
Now, to be fair, you could probably say that about half the receiving corps in the league, not just the Browns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I seen a mock that had Carnell mocked to go first round.
All right,
top 10.
Let me put it this way, guys. You guys know this better than me. If you were starting a draft right now from scratch, every wide receiver became a free agent right now.
Jay Jettis.
Including college. Including college, right? And forget age. We're not doing it by age. It's just for this year.
Number 4.
He would go fourth.
No, he would go first.
No, he would not go first. He's not going ahead of Chase and Jefferson. Get out of here. You're out of your mind.
I got him in the top 15, though.
I got him in the top.
Come on, seriously.
He'd be top 5 for sure.
Top 5?
Yeah.
I got him in top. Here's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
It'd be Jay Jettis, Chase.
I'm taking Chase over Jefferson.
Remember, we did this on the barbershop a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Of course you are.
PFF didn't even have Jerry Jeudy in the 32. And we went through every player.
Where'd you end up with Jeudy?
33.
I had him way higher than that.
Way higher?
Yeah, they disrespectful. Jerry
because they had Ladd McConkey and guys like that over him.
Jerry Jeudy at a point in time was like top 5 in receiving yards last year.
Yeah, he was balling.
So that's ridiculous.
You can't just judge guys based on receiving yards in one season.
He was balling.
You can't?
He had like
he didn't get
2
no touchdowns.
He's balling.
He had like 2 explosive plays where he went for like
80
yards.
Did you see him against the Broncos?
He went for like 80 yards.
But did he score touchdowns? Did he get in the end zone?
He did, yes.
He got 4.
That's a lot of touchdowns.
Not a lot, but
All right, go ahead.
It's disrespectful
you act
to
like
say.
we was a good team last year, too.
It's kind of disrespectful to say that like a college list of people is better than pros.
Yeah.
That's kind of wild. But since you got Jeremiah Smith on there, like it's kind of like it's tilted a little bit. Like I could kind of see where that's at. Like the problem is
I'm really sitting here trying to. We got Chase, Jamar, I mean, Jamar Chase, Jay Jettis, A.J. Brown,
CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill.
Nah, I think I'd
getting old.
take J.J. over. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah.
That's
what's his name?
That's a lot of receivers.
Oh, my God. The guy who was on the Packers and the Jets.
A.J. Brown.
Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams. I couldn't think of his name.
But he old now.
You got CeeDee Lamb.
Well, we're just saying
Nico
just
Collins.
for this year, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still really good. Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra's nasty.
I just said him
Yeah.
already.
That
DK Metcalf.
No.
I think DK falling off a little bit.
Malik
but that's
Neighbors.
That's a good
Garrett
one.
Wilson.
Brian Thomas.
Brian
Jr.
Thomas.
I think I'd take
Travis Hunter.
I think I'd take J.J. over all of them for real.
Marvin Harrison.
See, what the thing is, you got it. The dude is fast. He don't drop a ball.
No.
Yeah.
So you got a dude that's really fast, that got hands like Larry Fitzgerald, that's the size of Megatron.
How big is he?
He like 6'4", 225.
What's he going to run?
Probably a 4.3. Don't you see how he be running past everybody?
I don't know. You have a better sense for
It's
that.
like, it's really ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
He's a
They literally
pretty unique guy.
they triple teamed. They had to quadruple team this man and took his Texas.
And you know
joke
what?
that he couldn't come out.
And you know what? If he was on the board, the Browns would trade down.
No, they get
For
fired.
a defensive tackle.
They
and a
would
first
get
round
fired.
pick next
No,
year.
no,
They would
no.
get fired.
For an old tackle,
They would get fired.
we need to protect Dylan Gabriel's
If that
backside.
happened, if he was in this past draft and the Browns had the number 2 pick and Cam Ward was guaranteed to go 1 and they traded the number 2 pick, I'd put my resignation in. I'm not doing pregame.
And what world?
That's ridiculous.
This is how bad this is.
That's ridiculous.
If you go look at the receivers that they have under Jerry Jeudy, first of all, they got Jerry Jeudy because they needed to make a trade. They drafted the worst receivers.
Who?
The Browns.
Yeah, well.
Like you got David. You have
The fact that David Bell is even in that
in
depth
that
chart.
list, like that's
he
wild.
on that list?
I mean, and
Yes, he
Jamari
was.
Thrash.
Jamari Thrash.
I
I don't even know if he can play.
I mean, you're looking at me like I had a choice. Those are the guys on the depth
Yeah.
chart.
And guess what? According to the people at Berea, we like our receiver room. Sure you do. You love it.
But I do think, I mean, the Ohio State wide receiver room right now is better than at least 10 wide receiver rooms in the NFL, probably. And that's disrespectful, but deserved.
Yes.
And that it's not like quarterback where it takes time to translate. Some wide receivers don't translate. They're good in college, not good in the NFL.
This is why, furthermore,
I think
I'm not trying to see none of these old dudes. If y'all going to gaslight us and tell us that this year is going to be a year that we're going to compete and you're going to play these old dudes, and we supposed to watch this here, play these young dudes, bro. You got Jamari Thrash and David Bell and Cedric Tillman. Cedric Tillman was on the sideline again this week.
So you don't want, what's his name?
Who? I'll swap.
My brain right now, not functioning.
I'll swap.
Bring up the Browns depth chart again, at wide receiver, Mike.
David Bell, Jamari Thrash, Tillman, Johnson.
Cedric Tillman didn't play.
Deontay Johnson. You don't want Deontay Johnson to play?
We have no chance. We have no
You said you want
choice.
the young guys to play.
We have no choice.
You want the young guys to play? The Thrash
Now,
is the only
we
one.
have-
Here's why you want the veterans, some of the veterans, to play at wide receiver. Because if we are going to give the rookies a shot, you want to have the best possible receiver.
Oh no, I wasn't talking about the receivers.
Yeah.
Cedric Tillman has to play.
Yeah.
Like
sure.
if we have to play young guys, that means we got guys off the street playing that receiver.
Yeah.
That's how much of a deficit we got.
Why was he not at like OTAs?
Cedric Tillman?
Yeah, then
he's still hurt.
From what?
I don't remember.
He hasn't.
He had a
That's
concussion
wild.
last year.
Yeah, I think he was dealing with some sort of injury.
How does that happen?
Although he's supposed to be fine for training camp.
No. But he had a concussion. That was it, though.
thought-
He missed the rest
Mike,
of the season.
wasn't there
because he had a
something else
concussion.
that Tillman was dealing with?
Tillman, yeah, he had a lower body injury. He was practiced the last day of minicamp,
Oh, he did
whatever it
practice
was.
the
He
last
was
day.
there the last day.
So
in
when did
uniform.
that occur? Because
It was the first time he had participated at any point, so I'm not quite sure when.
I think he was on the boat with Deshaun Watson and he slipped.
We even seen Deshaun Watson out there creeping on the field a little
Deshaun
bit.
been out there?
He been out there looking, peeking
He
around.
was out there.
Is he riding the bike?
No, I seen him. I seen a video. He was
He
throwing
was
the football.
talking. There, Sean Dunnigan, the fantastic photog upstairs, who all the Browns training camp
Yeah.
footage you see comes from Sean. We love Sean.
Yeah,
Thank you
shout
again,
out to
Sean, for all
Sean,
that.
my boy.
He had a shot, and I didn't cut it, but I could go find it. Of Shador was in a red zone drill, And I don't even remember if it was a completion or an incomplete. I think it was actually a completion. And then he got a shot of Deshaun talking to Shedeur after, like, pointing stuff out. And Mary Kay, I believe, maybe it was Ashley Bastock, but someone on Cleveland.com wrote about the exchange and said that Deshaun was just giving him some advice on, you completed it, but if you look this way first, it would help.
I know exactly what you're talking about. He told Deshaun was telling him on that when his first. He said if you look at the inside receiver,
Keep it to yourself, bull.
No, seriously,
Keep
that
it
is
to
exactly.
yourself.
Let's face it. This is smart by Deshaun. He's trying to get another. He's hoping somebody gives him another chance.
they said
He's got to do all the right things.
It's a 5-man race.
They said they got the smartest quarterback room in the game.
They do.
It's a 5-man race.
No, they
right
said
now.
they said between Gabriel and Deshaun Watson and Flacco and Pickett, they got one of the smartest quarterback rooms right now.
I like it. Let's see if there's actually one quarterback that can play.
Well, we got a little bit of news here.
Stephen Vogt.
Yes, Stephen Vogt has been named the All-Star manager for the American League.
No, I thought he said he was on the staff. Aaron Boone.
No, Aaron Boone's the All-Star.
Oh, named to the American League All-Star. Sorry.
Jeez, Mike.
I saw
you said that as if it's an accomplishment. That's based on Boone. It automatically goes to the manager who won the league last year. The Yankees won the American League, so he's the manager.
Listen,
and then they usually pick managers from the other teams that went deeper into the playoffs. That's why he picked Vogt.
I saw
it's
a
no
tweet.
accomplishment.
I didn't really proofread it. That's a bad job out of me.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It should be funny, but it shouldn't be funny.
Mike was trying to low-key give some credit to Stephen Vogt, who doesn't deserve any.
Like the way Bull comes swiftly to take medals away is top notch. He's like, bad job out of you.
Gee, but I know you're with me. For 2 years, the only argument. Well, for the last year and change, the only argument for Kevin Stefanski is that he's two-time coach of the year.
That's it.
Why is he a good coach? Two-time coach of the year. That doesn't tell me he's a good coach.
That's not true.
Vote.
I said the reason that Kevin Stefanski came off to me as a good coach is because of the way he managed crisis situations.
Well, that's what you're saying, but a lot of times
that's the answer.
Okay, that's a reasonable answer. But when we ask that question to national media members who come in there, that's always their first thing they say. Always. Two-time coach of the year, whatever.
Bull is right on that.
You can't ask a national media guy because they're not in it like that.
Have you seen
they're on a broader scale?
Have you seen the crap Stephen A. Smith is getting for playing
solitary on his phone?
That's actually what I wanted to talk about in overtime.
Yeah, all right.